Good evening, Mistwalkers. I'm just reviewing some crucial details. Yes. Constantina was able to verify her identity with Vincenzia, Wildcat of the North. She used a heirloom violin given to her by her grandmother on her 16th birthday. However, Madame Shri Saral was able to determine that it had some untapped magic, a hidden potential. Tisk tisk, Constantina. Oh, Vasily had some strange dreams, didn't she? Meeting Vargas and his beautiful mother, a drow woman with a face like a sky full of stars in the marketplace. Vargas, so young and innocent. If anyone in Ravenloft is truly innocent. Vargas met a very sparkly lady. What sorts of secrets do you suppose Lady Elliot North is hiding behind that bright smile and blonde hair? Oh, mercy. She had a small confession to make. Laying there with Vasily. Do you think they'll ever be on the same page? Speaking of confessions, Vargas, you bad, bad man. You were Pietro the entire time, weren't you? Lying to your friends. Is there any lie you won't tell? And the biggest secret of all, Azalin Rex, the Lich King. What could he want with our heroes? I think I have an idea, but I'm not going to tell you. Let's just watch it unfold together.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Mess.
Good evening, Mistwalkers. Welcome to Tales from the Mist. It's a spooky campaign set in the domains of dread. With me tonight are five adventurers. That's right. Why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves? We're going to start with Lisa.
Me. I am Lisa Penrose, and I am playing your heart of the party, Mercy Albrecht, the Tiefling Storm Sorceress.
Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and TK was mean to me right before we started. I play
Right,
Vasily.
your congressman.
That's just constantly true, though.
I know, it is true. I play Vasily, Tiefling Artificer / Wizard.
Is there more?
I'm a sweet baby, and
Anyway,
I'm so nice.
Ashley.
Anyway, shut up, Ashley.
I was just going to say you should have added parent, loving mother.
Oh, loving mother.
Okay,
mother
well,
of
if we're
6.
just gonna lie.
Mother of 6, loving mother, supportive, supports their extracurricular activities.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I play Constantina Abshalomov. Trying to remember my whole name. It's been a week. The Vistana Werejackal Bard. Vistana Bard Werejackal? I don't know what order that's supposed to those adjectives go in, but
I think Vistana is your culture, Werejackal is like your identity, and then Bard is your occupation.
You can't tell her what her identity is.
No, it's fair. That's fair. I deserve it.
No!
That's me. It's a whole mess of fun.
It's like a tall green giraffe, not a green tall giraffe.
Yeah. English lessons here on Tales from the Mist. That's me.
That's why we tune in. Let's go ahead and skip straight to Ms. Goldie.
I am Goldie Chan, and I am playing Lady Elliot North, an amazing, wonderful, miraculous human bard who has no secrets that will definitely not be revealed, possibly in this episode.
That checks out. I checked my notes that I wrote on the palm of my hand, and that looks right. Lindy.
Hi, I also have no secrets, and I am Lindy. I will be playing Shri Saral, the Shadow Sorceress, and I'm very excited to help everyone out.
Okay, I don't know what it is about being told that y'all don't have any secrets, but I'm starting to not believe you. Anyway, it's not a typical campaign. We have a rotating cast. So we have 4 anchor members. That's Lisa, Kayla, Ashley, and Hadil, who is not with us this week. And then we have 2 rotating members, which are Ms. Goldie and Ms. Lindy. Our showrunner has our announcements.
That's me. As always, every live episode of Tales from the Mist that you watch gives you an opportunity to win fun swag. Up on the overlay, you will see a picture of our Mistwalkers survival kits. Everything you need to survive a journey through the domains of dread. Postcards designed by our lovely Kayla Kine, where you can send your last words back to your family. Matchbook Menagerie matches that you can use to summon revolutionaries. And a little Mercy gauntlet pin with her red lightning bolt. It won't protect you, but it will look cute and it will sparkle. Also, there's Tales from the Mist D6, which have our little raven logo on them, and they're swirly, just like the Mist. Maybe they will frighten a baby werewolf. Aside from our Mistwalker survival kits, and by the way, everything I've mentioned designed by the lovely Kayla Klein, we're very lucky, despite what TK says. We also have a few giveaways from Master Monk Gaming. They make really cool wooden dice boxes and trays and dice towers. We're giving away a kit that has all 3 of those that Kayla or Vasily used in our D&D live show. Ooh, she has it all assembled. Yeah, awesome. They assemble just like that, and there's a little dice box, and then the lid of the whole kit is actually a pencil case, and you can take it all apart and reassemble it into just like a neat little box, which is very cool. And in addition to those, we also have an additional just the dice box to give away today. We had a few extras that they sent us. So thank you, Master Monk Gaming. To enter the giveaway for all of those things, type !necromancy. Like you're going, necromancy. !necromancy. I don't know why that's the word. That's weird. I don't like that, but I shall pass it back to TK.
I surely appreciate that, Lisa. I appreciate you passing that back, even though, your better nature is telling you that you should be afraid of necromancers.
Okay. That's weird.
Is that an accurate statement?
I guess so. Not so much afraid as I should stop them from bringing the undead back and angering deaths, and bringing on the apocalypse.
That's fair. I think that we can all agree that very few good things ever come from necromancy. I mean, besides these excellent prizes. Mercy, where did we leave you?
I was floating in a ballroom as the beautiful sparkly lady was making music. I think Vargas was there. I don't know. He went somewhere. Who cares?
Vargas did go somewhere. He went into the kitchen and you haven't seen him since. But who cares? There's a very sparkly lady.
She's so pretty.
And her eyes are right on you.
I think she's looking at me. I kind of turn around to like either side to check if maybe she's looking at somebody else.
Are you looking at somebody else?
Lady Elliot North is looking very intently at Mercy. You can tell she's just locked on. And she's also watching her struggle as she's walking around in her amazing dress that is a billion ruffles, if we all remember.
I'm like a floating, fluffy red cloud.
You're just a floating fluff cloud. So everyone else I feel in the room is also looking at you. But as I've said before, Lady Elliot has already wafted over to you your favorite smell, a beautiful sparkle. Now she uses Mage Hand to send over a drink as you get closer. And it just happens to be your favorite drink.
Oh, I reach out and I imagine Mercy's favorite drink is probably something like really cute, like a lemon drop or something.
Oh my god.
And so she takes the lemon drop and like she's got like dreamy eyes, but as she's doing like dreamy eyes at you, she is like just reaching into one of her puffy sleeves and taking out a handkerchief and like rubbing the rim of the glass just to make sure it's very clean, without breaking the little hard eyes she's giving you. And she's like, a drink for me, a special gift. And I try to float over. She imagines it's like floating over gracefully to you, but it's levitate. So I do need to propel myself. So like her little hoofs are like stepping on people's heads and stuff to push forward towards you.
I just imagine you attempting to get the momentum at first without stepping on heads, and like your little hoofs are like motoring, and then you just like eventually just like
one clump on someone's head, and I just start drifting forward like a princess.
Ugh. And it's so sparkly.
The motion of you launching yourself towards Lady Elliot. Lady Elliot just does this. She just like she does with all of her fans, she just opens up her arms and she's just waiting to catch Mercy in her arms. Aww. And the whole time, there's just beautiful, still sparkling for no reason, still glowing in the air. It still smells like cinnamon and fresh cut grass and something else that actually doesn't smell gross mixed together.
The perfect third note to create this lovely aromatic blend.
Mix it all together. And I want to say that Lady Elliot catches Mercy in her arms, and there is a very cute moment where Lady Elliot is just attempting to hold part of Mercy. Really, she's just grabbed just kind of like two puffy arms, because at this point Mercy is all dressed. So she's just kind of grabbing it, and she gently, sets Mercy in front of her and says, I want to know your story, my darling.
You want to know me? And I look around again. Mercy has been dealing with feeling a lot of rejection recently, especially with Opal. And so this is very overwhelming for her. And also she's like completely smitten immediately. What do you mean my story?
Lady Elliot places a finger underneath Mercy's chin and just lifts her face towards hers.
Oh.
And looks deep into her eyes and says, I already feel like I know your story, and I'm going to love it.
Oh, I'm not so special. I'm just your typical Darkon changeling. I was swapped at birth with my family's birth daughter when I was a little baby, and they tried to murder me. And they found me, and I got struck by lightning in their ritual circle, and I survived, and they named me Mercy, and so they kept me and raised me. I'm not very memorable or different, but it's my story and I'm happy.
I wish we could get to know each other better. How could we do that, my dear? Is there a place where we could go talk more quietly?
I came here with friends, but she looks left and right really quickly. He's not here. Oh, Val. Maybe we could go to another room where there isn't the party, or we could go over to my room. My friend Vasily, she killed an aboleth today, so she is very sleepy. But if you don't mind, we could talk very quietly in the corner.
Oh, Vaseline sounds very nice. I would love to go with you to the room and talk more with you. And as she does, every time she gestures, a little spark of light, little glitter, pops into the sky.
Ah.
She's very distracting, and she takes Mercy's hand.
Oh.
And she doesn't even know where she's going, but this is very Lady Elliot, and she's leading Mercy towards the stairs. And then she, halfway through leading her towards the stairs, she realizes she doesn't know where she's going. So she kisses Mercy's hand and says, "You lead me, my dear, to your lovely Vaseline."
Oh, yes, this way. And we reach the top of the stairs. I levitate back down to the ground, and you hear my little hoofies going down the stairwell as I hold Lady Elliot's hand and run towards the room. Also, TK, I can't believe you arranged for us to have a sweet, lovely episode where everyone is happy and nothing goes wrong. This is such
honestly,
a treat.
I didn't plan for this, but I am very invested in this episode of Utina. So, revolutionary girl. I'm just like, wow, are they gonna? Oh, I have to work. Okay, monsters. Roll initiative.
Roll for making out. Just kidding.
Roll for smooch.
Unless
I have
just kidding.
A plus 10 smooch modifier.
Yeah, I see your your AC in here.
I have really good charisma. Okay, so
I have better charisma.
Slightly.
I think you two actually have the same.
Oh wait, no, we have the
charisma.
same. Who has
Yeah,
more?
you both have
Constantina
16.
has more, but we have the same charisma.
Everybody else has 18 charisma in this party.
Dab. Charisma dab.
I hate this. Shri, now you came down the stairs with
Did.
Vargas and Mercy, and so you watched this entire exchange, and then watched Mercy and Lady Elliot run back up the stairs past you.
I think she watched, but she was kind of tuned out as her ears were elsewhere. But she kind of tunes back in now. She sees them go up the stairs. Is Constantina downstairs at all?
Constantina went upstairs
Okay.
last session to speak with Vasily, but I believe she's coming back down to the party. Is that correct, Constantina?
Yeah, I think that by the time I leave the room, I think that Mercy and Lady Elliot are probably heading up there. So maybe I pass them on the stairs.
All right. Constantina, how do you feel about passing them on the stairs? They're obviously headed upstairs.
Well, I mean, I imagine they look like they're having a nice time, right? Like there's lots of sparkles.
I'm sure there's sparkles. Is Mercy still holding her drink?
Gosh, I wonder if she's just been holding it this whole time, not having taken a sip. She probably has, but it's like an empty cup now. It's just like all splashed around.
Sloshed. Oh yeah, the entire stairwell smells like lemon drop.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a little sticky.
lemon drops, cinnamon, and fresh cut grass.
Yeah.
What an
And we're gonna
intoxicating-
go with strawberries as the third note, since that'll fit as a good in between, a good fruity note.
And a charred body.
I mean, adds a little bit of smokiness, right?
Okay.
Look, this is a Ravenloft show.
You are correct. I forgot. I was so caught up in the romance. So as you're coming downstairs and you brush past them, the entire stairwell smells like lemon drop. Where are you going now?
I would like to just go join the festivities, be kind of in the way all the time, and play some music and drink some drinky drinks, and yeah, I'm just kind of perusing.
Okay. You meet Madame Shri at the bottom of the stairs.
Hello.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you again.
You too. At this point in the night, like, what is the party kind of in full swing, or like what time are we at?
Oh, absolutely. They had laid out the banquet as you were getting your assignment from Vincenzia, and now they are starting to take away food that has been eaten. You can see that they're beginning to arrange chairs for the musicians so that they can begin the ceremony.
Wait. Yeah. Are you enjoying your evening? Have you had anything to eat?
Oh, I am enjoying my evening quite well. So many things are going on. I haven't eaten yet, but I'm not particularly hungry, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they're getting set up for the ceremony soon, but later, I would really like for us to, dance and maybe hang out a little bit.
That sounds quite lovely. Yes, I would very much enjoy that.
And maybe we could start making plans for our mission.
Yes, I would. That sounds very good. I'd love to hear more about any thing in particular you'd like to accomplish on this mission.
Yeah, I feel kind of unprepared. I don't really know,
We can work on it.
Okay.
Your last mission I didn't want to say anything at the time, but it sounds like it didn't quite go as planned.
Well, the last mission that I have kind of documented from the menagerie was given to me like 2 years ago. So, I mean, in that way, it didn't really go that well because for reasons that I still can't really explain. But really, my mission then was to recruit new members, like travel around, and so that was kind of the purpose of my mission. I haven't really had something that, this specific in a while. So I'm excited to, be doing something helpful for the cause. I want to make sure that it is successful, because I didn't really mean to get involved with Vincenzia's last quest. I was kind of out of the loop, so I just, I wouldn't have meddled so much had I known differently,
Yes, something about the phylactery, was it?
Yeah, I nod.
It's really hushed, really quiet.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, yes. I've been asked to look into that a bit more to see what we can do to maybe contain the problem. So if you could tell me about exactly what went down later, that would be great. But we should enjoy the party for now while we're at it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, and we can definitely talk about that more, because I would really, knowing that you have, really good like arcane abilities to, like study things, like we could really use your help.
Sure, I'd love to have a study session.
Well, why don't we mingle? Maybe get some more wine. Maybe not the white wine this time. I don't know about you, but it was a little funky too.
We'll get a different one.
Okay, good.
All right, I think I see a good one over there.
Ooh, okay.
All right, and you approach the wine. There are people pouring it out, but honestly, a lot of people have been drinking from the dregs of kegs this entire time. You can hear the telltale tuning of multiple fiddles and a couple of pipes, penny whistles, etc. And why don't you both give me a small perception check real quick around the bar?
I have dice. I can do that.
It's a pretty good start. This
Perception. That's gonna be a 6.
Oh no. Well, maybe I can help a little bit. I got a 21.
Okay, as you are at the beverages table, 21 is enough to say that you see a label on the side of one of the crates.
Sure. I would like to read it.
All right. When you bend down to look at this label, it is parchment that's been glued onto the side, but you can still see a woodcut symbol on it. What looks to be a witchy type figure with horns and a tail, and she's holding a bottle, a type of brew. You can see that inside of this crate there are multiple bottles of some manner of brown liquid.
Can I how subtly could I pop open one of the bottles just to take a...
They're for everyone. You could just open it if you wished.
Yeah, I would like to take it out. Does it look like any sort of beverage that I'm familiar with, or does it seem kind of different?
Yeah, I'd say you're very familiar with it.
Oh.
Because when you pop the cork, it smells exactly like Vasili's brown potion.
Oh. Kayla, what did you call it? Was it just bean juice or something?
I mean, I'm sure it has a more formal name. I think we talked about it being basilisk oil instead of snake oil.
Yeah.
So that's probably what the title of it is on the bottle is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Basilisk oil.
Does the picture on the side of the crate look like Vasily?
It looks like a sort of old woman with a crooked nose. It says Granny Hag's basilisk oil.
I should I'm gonna take... How many bottles are there?
There are about 18.
Oh, okay.
6 rows of 3.
I'm gonna
3
take
rows of 6.
3.
Okay.
Because I want to bring one to Vasily.
Sure.
Because I've only ever smelled that scent in this beverage.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I passed Mercy and Lady Elliot on the stairs, did they look like they were going into the room where Vasily was? I didn't ask, but...
Would you like to give me a retroactive insight check?
No,
there were only 2 or 3 rooms on
Right.
that floor, so
That's fine. I just mostly... Yeah, I'm gonna... I'll turn the lady... I guess... Do you go by Lady Shri, or is it just Shri?
You can just call me Shri.
Okay.
We're friends, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to run up to my friend and deliver a bottle of this. I think that she will really like it, and I will be right back.
Would you like me to take a couple? We can bring extra up there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. She'll grab up.
Now, Lady Shri's a rogue.
She'll follow Constantina up.
Yeah, so I just wanted to run up real quick because I think that Vasily would like to see this beverage, and it might be helpful. I remember the one time that we drank it, that it gave me lots of energy. So we will see if that works, because she's very sleepy right now.
Yeah.
I just saw what Kayla posted. I'm not leaving you alone, Vasily. Sorry. Yeah, so I like to kind of not run, but head up the stairs with all of our stolen bottles of coffee.
All right. Vasily, are you asleep when Mercy and Lady Elliot come into the room?
I still have level 3 exhaustion, so I think after Constantina left, in which I was pretending to sleep, I told number 5 to go find me a cane so I could get up, and then I probably legitimately went back to sleep with level 3. So yes, I would say that I pretty quickly fell back asleep.
Would you like to sleep through the conversation, or would you like to wake up?
I don't know if it would be possible for her to sleep through them whispering in a corner, because I really doubt that's actually what's going to happen.
Yeah, the door probably gets like kicked open, and Mercy's like, I have to go sideways.
Please be quiet. Don't be suspicious. Like,
Mercy does seem like the type to not even drink alcohol, but still get like a contact buzz of being around drunk people.
Yes.
She's just like, I am
tried
also
to, like,
drunk.
Shush Mercy, so I'm like, shh, Vaseline will hear. Shh.
No, shush, don't wake her up.
Yeah, I think the moment that Mercy is happy in the presence of somebody else, Vasili's eyes like pop open like a horror film.
yeah, I imagine like the door comes open and they're just like being like tee, and she just like opens her eyes and immediately is hit with this like disgusting smell, and she's just like, ugh.
It smells like joy.
It smells like happiness. So she kind of like, probably her eyes open pretty quickly, but since they're moving, they probably aren't even paying her any attention. So she's gonna lay very still for a little bit and see what's going on.
I'm trying to get back through the doorway, but as we established last episode, my dress is super poofy. So I'm like trying to go sideways, but like with the hoop underneath my skirt, it's still really hard. And I like eventually like there's like a popping sound and I fall through the door and I'm like upside down. My skirt has turned inside out and my little hooves are like kicking in the air, and everyone can see my lacy black bloomers. And I'm like trying to be quiet about it, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm upside down. Help, I think I'm stuck.
Lady Elliot is still trying to like gracefully turn Mercy over, so she's like, oh my dear, oh, and she kind of like
my tail probably hits you in the face.
Yeah, she's like, oh my gosh. Then she kind of like tries to gently hold her hooves and just like at least turn like a turtle, turn her to one side so she can get up on her own.
Like a turtle.
So she just kind of just like grabs her little hooves and just like, and then, is it dark in the room or is it pretty well lit?
There are no windows in this room, so I think that unless somebody has lit a lamp, there is no lamp that is on.
Okay.
Mostly because everybody except for Constantina has dark vision, so.
Okay, so, great. So Lady Elliot's just going to do more of her, a little bit of like a glow, just so they can see each other. But yes, she doesn't necessarily see Vasily in the corner or on the bed or anything like that. She's very focused on a flailing, adorable creature in front of her.
I feel like I probably flail my way into a cozy corner, and maybe I just like end up upright like in that corner, like my skirt like poofed all around me, and I'm like, I've got my little hands, my little claws over like an edge of my skirt, like trying to push the like poofiness down so I can see you.
And my dear, I love this evening we're already having. I do want to ask you just a small question, though. Who is with you on this amazing journey that you've been doing so far? I'd love to hear more about your friends, like I believe it was Vargu, Vaseline. I don't remember the other lovely lady that I asked who asked me to dance. I believe her name was Tana. I'm not sure. Tana? They all seem so lovely, but I remember your name.
Oh, I have the best friends. My bestest friend in the whole wide world is Vasily, but she's not feeling well, so we should talk very quietly. But Vasily didn't used to travel with me, but I thought that she could learn a lot by visiting other domains to help her science, because she builds weird children who try to murder me, and I thought maybe, I don't know, now I think if she learns better science, they maybe won't try to murder me, but you know, friend stuff happens, right? And then just for the past couple of weeks, we've been traveling with Constantina, who is so perfect in every way. She is a Vistana. Vistana bard, and we met her in a lovely inn, and she cooked to Visas, and I guess we're best friends now too. And then just days ago, we met this man named Vardkis, and I suppose it's a long story. We were looking for a crown, and we got trapped in this other demi-plane, and there was lots of singing, and I mean, it was even too much for me. But so far, Vardkis has been really lovely too. He's only lied to me one time.
Oh, my dear. Well, we should never trust those that lie to us, right?
Really?
I mean, I know that I love to always tell. Well, we don't need to get into that right now, but I would love to know, actually. Do you know? I think you said it was Tina. Where did she come from?
Constantina?
Yes.
We just sort of met her at the inn, but she was very nice. So when we found all the wanted posters with her face on it, we decided to help her.
I love learning about your friends. They're so, if they're important to you, my dear, they're very, very important to me.
Oh, you're so nice.
Of course I'm nice. But I may ask you more about them. But before that, I have to ask, my darling, you are so adorable. And
me?
Yes, do you have any secrets?
Mercy's tail just like starts twitching. And normally she would just be like, no, but Lady Elliot had just said that thing about how about trusting people, and she's feeling really sensitive about that time earlier today, when Vargas was like, well, you lied for a whole day. And so she's like, well, I mean, I don't think I have, no, yes, I don't know. I mean, I don't tell everybody everything. I mean, a little bit I do, but Vasily knows pretty much everything about me. So I don't have any secrets. So just, I know, but I don't know. Are you asking for something specific? Is this just a nice fun question? And I like let go of the edge of my skirt, and the skirt just like poofs around me.
So now she's watching Lady Elliot just kind of like hiding in a giant poof of her own dress, and she's now just hidden completely. And Lady Elliot just kind of, I guess, pushes down the dress again, attempting to find Mercy's face in the giant puffs, and just puts her hand on her face very gently, leans very close.
I think now is the point when Constantina and Shri enter the room.
Very close. Very close.
I'm like pink. I'm a pink tiefling.
Knock, knock, knock. Vasily, are you awake? I'm gonna crack open the...
Constantina, shh.
Oh, hi. Hey, we found, you know that, like, brown, like, bean juice that Vasily made that one time? And it was
basilisk oil.
Yeah, they have a bunch of bottles of it downstairs, and we stole some to give to Vasily. We thought that might give her energy or something. And for you too, do you want to try it?
Yes, and I try to get up, and I fall over, and I kind of like roll around the room. It's an ordeal. It takes like at least 5 minutes, and then I'm next to you.
Well, I mean, I would probably help you. I'm not gonna just pull all these bottles of water.
Finish our conversation and let's finish our conversation later, my darling.
This is my new friend, Lady Elliot.
Yeah, we met earlier. Do you want some of this? We have enough bottles. We took like half the crate. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, I'm good, my darling. You were Tina, right?
Oh, Constantina, but sure. No one really calls me
Constant. Got it.
It's Constantina. There's a couple extra syllables that you're missing there. You can call me Tina or Tasha if that's easier for you.
So Constant. It's just lovely to It's lovely to chat with you too. I would love to talk with you at some point privately. I feel you may have an interesting story to tell me, and I would love to hear it.
Isn't she so nice, Constantina? She's the nicest person I've ever met.
She is very sweet, and maybe we could dance later and, chat during then if you would still like to do that.
Yes, I would love to dance and chat with you later. But in the meantime, let's drink, let's enjoy, let's have a good time.
Do you think the basilisk oil will make Vasily less sleepy? Let's wake her up! And I jump on the bed. Oh, wait, no. I flail and roll over to the side of the bed, and then I reach up with my hand, and I, try to shake Vasily.
I want to make it very clear that, Constantina, you, actually look at Vasily's face, and she's just making that face that's, in the emoji, where she's just,
like a little straight line.
Just, laying flat on the bed, their head on the pillow, just this, awful,
the hype face.
Yeah, the just, angry, holding
Shree
in
will just
a
wave
scream.
hi.
Hi, we know you're a little sleepy, but I found your drink, your basilisk oil. They have a whole crate downstairs. I didn't know that. Did you sell the recipe or something? But
yeah, I sell it. I mean, how do you think I make any money?
well,
You have to you have to have a good business model. You have to make money if you want to go on adventures. I wasn't going to just leave
true.
and not have a financial blanket to cover Mercy and I and keep us safe.
that's
Well,
so wise.
Are you going to tell them how much you make a month?
That's a little personal.
Tell us.
It's up to you.
Tell us.
I actually
Tell
don't know if I
me.
know.
Just tell Ashley.
No,
Yeah.
we settled.
Oh, I can't remember. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, it is. But I told
So-
you I'd bring it up, so.
Vasily is not going to say, but I have to have income to support Mercy and I. What do you expect? She's laying sideways with her arms crossed, still laying in bed.
That's really cool. I didn't know that you were. I mean, I knew that you were very, very intelligent, but not such a, good businesswoman. I thought that you might want some. It might make you feel a little bit more energetic. Do you want a little bit? And I'm gonna unstop her and I'm just a little bit.
Yeah, she sits up, but it's just whoop, just a very jerky motion to sit up, and her arms are still crossed in front of her, and she reaches out and takes the bottle, and the whole time she's just glaring daggers at Lady Elliot because she was listening to everything the whole time, and she's just got the bottle in her hand, and she takes a sip and continues to stare.
Now, Vasily, you know that a bottle of your basilisk oil, one bottle will rid one level of exhaustion. However, you cannot take all of them at the same time.
Chug, chug, chug,
Yeah.
chug,
I was
chug,
like, let's just pour
chug,
all of them
chug,
in the
chug,
basilisk.
chug, chug, chug.
You physically should not.
Oh.
You should not do that thing. Okay, well, she just continues to sip, and how close is everyone to Vasily?
I'm right next to the bed.
I'm close enough to hand you or to kind of my arms. I know you don't like to be touched, so I'm kind of tipped the bottle in your mouth, but I'm not very close. Arm's length.
Okay. She just keeps sipping, and she's glaring.
At everyone?
No, just at Lady Elliot. She's talking to you, but glaring at Lady Elliot the whole time as she's sipping.
And Lady Elliot, because the attention isn't on her, she's kind of in screensaver mode since they don't have mobile devices. She's just it's like she's checking her own internal email. She's like, la, 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 la. It seems like there's musical notes floating around her head. There's lights kind of showing around. She's just enjoying herself because no one else is.
Now that Vasily is awake and we have Constantina here and some new friends, this is so nice. This is the nicest night I've had in a long time. No one is trying to kill us, and no one is lying to me. We
And
should
all of
play a
you-
fun game.
All of you
truth or
can hear
scare.
the beginning notes of the wedding march downstairs.
We have to go downstairs. The wedding is starting. We can't miss the ceremony. Vasily, do you think you're good enough to feel good enough to come down? Come on. Just for a few minutes.
Come on, Vasily. Come on.
It's nice to meet you, Vasily, by the way. I'm Madame Shri Sarov.
Her glare like shifts to you, but she doesn't see you as much of a threat, so she just kind of nods a little bit.
Vasily, you will really like Lady or Madame 3 because she knows a lot about magic. It's very cool.
You know stuff about magic?
I do.
Oh.
Sometimes like too much, and then like she'll recommend things that make you feel like kind of bad about yourself. But I mean, she's very intelligent.
Oh, okay.
That does not sound like something I want, actually.
No, it's good. It's good. Sometimes you just need to hear these things. Anyway,
Don't worry, we'll work on it. It'll be
it's good. It's always good to learn. We should go downstairs and watch the wedding. Please come with me to watch the wedding. I really love weddings, and it's really important to me that you are all there with me.
Lady Elliot snaps out of her screensaver mode and then goes, Vaseline, you're very important to my new dear friend Mercy, so you should come with us, with me.
We can all be friends together, Vasily. Here. And I start like ripping the bottom of my dress, and I've got like this pretty fabric, and I'm like arranging it on Vasily's hair, like, I don't know, some sort of like headpiece. I don't know if I'm good at that at all. I'm probably bad at it.
Would you like to roll me performance or sleight of hand?
Probably performance.
Sleight of hand will make it more sturdy. Performance will make it prettier.
I want it to be prettier.
Okay, let's do performance.
Oh, okay. Well, it's an 18 on the die, plus 4, 22.
Yeah, it looks however you want it to look.
So my fabric was probably like red with like sparkly little embellishments and like gold thread. And I've folded some pieces. They kind of look like a little bat as long as you like don't move too much. And then the rest is like cascading veils of different like scrappy fabrics.
Yeah, it's a beautiful goth derby hat.
Yeah.
Well, Vasily wants to clear her throat, and she wants to stand up, and she wants to kind of pretend to stumble and toss/spill her bottle on Lady Elliot.
Lady Elliot.
All right, roll initiative.
Lady Elliot obviously is super upset, and you can just see her kind of like her face suddenly goes from that like really pleasant, happy smile to just like just a little intense, and then before she reins it back into the really pleasant demeanor again. And then she just kind of waves her hands, and her dress is clean again. Everything is beautiful again. And she just smiles and says, everyone makes mistakes, even a little Vaseline.
Oh, Vasily's like, she just like turns very rigid, and she like kicks the floor to try and summon number 5 so she can get her cane that she requested of him. She's like really mad. She's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you hear like the creak of a mattress as he rolls out from one of the other beds. He tries to stand up a little too fast, and so the entire mattress falls off the bed, and so he's just standing there between the bed slats. Yes, mother.
So creepy.
Don't talk about him like that. All of you being she's like very flustered right now.
Shree's just gonna look under the bed like, where?
She just like doesn't know what to do. She's like defending him because she's just so flustered.
He does have a cane in his hands. What does it look like?
I think he actually probably would have fashioned it after her dagger, and it would have like a big eyeball on the end of it.
Oh my god!
And
so
it would
cute.
just be, so it's like a bronze eyeball, and then it's like long and black, and it's got a little bronze clinky end on it.
He put pretty eyelashes on it.
Of course he did. Like false eyelashes. It's like
they're not bronze, but he added them.
Great.
It's like, do you like it?
It's fine. And she just grabs it out of his hand and uses it to quickly like just like
He holds
yanks
out his hands for sweets.
She shuffles in her pocket, and she finds like 3 pieces of black licorice that have melted together because she's been laying on top of them and they were in the ocean and whatever else. And she pulls it out, like, but it's like a slurp noise when she pulls it out of her pocket, and there's like a long string attached to it.
Super licorice.
And she drops it in his hand.
Yeah, and he's like, he just horks it down like a penguin. He's just, oh.
Your pet is so adorable.
He's not my pet.
He smiles at Lady Elliot with a smile full of licorice.
Oh, you cute little thing.
What is he? If you don't mind me asking. It's not rude.
I made him.
Oh, how delightful.
Not
Would
like
your
that.
child like more sweets?
Not like that.
But no, you made him as in with materials? Yes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
That's what I meant. How delightful.
Sweets?
Would you like more sweets?
Sweets.
Yes, and then Lady Elliot mage hands some magic. She like steals it from someone else in the tower. She like her mage hand goes down the stairs, like searches around a bunch of different pockets, finds like 2 really mushed up, like ugly sweets, back in the room, and
Sweets.
there. Now your child doesn't have to go hungry.
Not my child.
Or murder me.
Yeah. Nicodemus will look at you, Vasily. Sweets?
I already gave you one just now. You're fine.
He just like puts these wrapper and all in his mouth and just down.
Mercy will go through her other puffy sleeve and hold out a vanilla peppermint.
Oh my gosh, we need to stop giving him sugar. He's going to be awful later if we keep giving him sugar.
Vanilla peppermint. Trying to push it into his mouth.
Let me roll something for him real quick because I think he's still mad at you.
I mean, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, let me just check something real quick because I think he's still mad at you for being his mother's favorite. No, he's just mad at you for being his mother's favorite.
Sure, we'll settle on up to, like a little closer to Vasily.
Okay. Low is good. He takes the vanilla peppermint and he'll just sort of like drop it into the hole where his lab is under the mattress.
For later.
Yes. You just hear it like click, 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 roll around on the floor.
So what was the process that you used to create number 5, was it?
Yes, that's number 5. Let's get out of this room with this awful smell and I'll tell you about it.
Oh, I'd love to hear all about it.
And Vasily kind of like hobbles out with her cane because she still has 2 levels of exhaustion if that bottle took one off.
Nicodemus like bends his long legs up over the bed frame and starts going out the door as well.
No, and she like reaches the cane back and slams the door with it.
Fine, mother.
Down to the wedding. Vetting.
My own sweets.
Can I try to link my arms with both Vasily and Mercy?
Yay! Friendship.
Ashley. Lady Elliot just looks over and is not pleased by that. So she kind of takes Mercy's arm and just like does a gentle tug, like a tug towards her.
Ooh, tug of friendship.
Love it. Constantina, you've been to many a Vistani wedding. While they are all different, clans, families, traditions, they all share some similarities. How can you tell this is a Vistani wedding?
I like to think that in Vistani weddings that it's not so much that there's like everyone kind of encircles the couple that's about to be wed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very usually very intimate. Mm-hmm. And that like circle is kind of just like representing like the union, different families, but it's not like other types of weddings where everyone like sits and like watches the couple like on a stage or anything like that. There's no aisle to walk down. everyone just kind of gathers around each other in fairly like close quarters. And yeah, there's usually some sort of song involved. Usually the people getting married like perform or like say a poem to each other that they write themselves. Sometimes the officiant will conduct kind of a version of like hand fasting using any sort of like clan heirlooms, like different scarves or an item that would represent each of their families. That's usually just for weddings that are where both people are Vistani. And if only one person is Vistani, then they just will use what their clan is. Yeah, so those are kind of just the telltale signs of a Vistana wedding.
When you come downstairs, at the base of the stairs, there is one of the pirates. They are handing small lanterns, small oil lanterns out, and they hand one to each of you. Do you take them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these small lanterns with a deep emerald green glass. Everyone has gathered in their circle, and you can see the captain in his broad coat and his beautiful wool and silk with a saber on his hip, and you can see Stefano in his gold and silver embroidered tunic, his cassock, and the two of them are just staring into each other's eyes. They're the only ones in the room. Everyone gathers in a circle and the lights go down low, and each of the lanterns light with little witch lights. The captain fumbles over his sonnet. He wrote as short a poem as he could get away with saying in front of his crew. But you can tell that it's heartfelt. And even though Stefano tears up and laughs when he stumbles over some of the rhymes, Stefano loves it. Stefano, on the other hand, sings not quite an aria, but a song that you recognize as a Vistani lullaby about someone who will never leave the love of their life, even after they've died. They will travel the mists forever to find them.
Mercy's crying.
Ashley's crying, okay? Don't look at me.
It's beautiful. None of the pirates laugh or curse or use any ridiculous language. They just share this moment together. And then it's over, and the lanterns snuff out, the lights come up, and everyone moves tables, chairs, all furniture out of the way, and they begin a very raucous reel. There's dancing, there's stomping, there's climbing on the walls that should not necessarily be there. The group of them grab a plate, a sort of large porcelain dish, a ceramic dish, and Ulrich holds it in his hands. And this isn't necessarily a Vistani tradition. You suspect this is a tradition from Ulrich's family. And Stefano takes a mallet and smashes it as hard as he can to symbolize the broken past that they no longer have now as a new unified couple. And the reception begins. Lady Elliot, you need to go change, don't you?
I do need to go change. I've kind of like just been holding Mercy a little bit, like awkwardly holding because Mercy's already being held by somebody else. So she lets go. She just turns to Mercy and just kind of like swipes her hand on the side of her face and goes, "My dear, I have to go change. And I hope that you'll wait for me, but it'll only take a moment. I just want to look amazing for you and all of my fans.
Oh, well, well, okay, I will wait right here forever.
Wait right here forever and don't look around. And if you hear anything, don't pay attention to it.
Oh, that's weird, but okay.
So then Lady Elliot goes, and as she's walking away, I assume that there are all sorts of people at this reception. Lady Elliot stops by a woman who, I would say this woman also looks humanoid as well.
Mm-hmm.
She's quite pretty, and she just starts whispering in her ear a little.
Okay. This woman that you've cornered, she is a Vistani woman, and her name is Arabella. And she leans in, and as you whisper in her ear, she sort of gives a small giggle and nods very vigorously.
And then you see very surreptitiously, Lady Elliot just takes Arabella's hand and they disappear into a dark corner, possibly just trying to find a room.
She has a room. Yeah, she has a room in the back. Okay. Most of the wedding party does.
Okay, so they go towards Arabella's room alone. When they reach the room, she's still whispering in her ear and she's conjuring pretty things. And as she's conjuring and she's whispering beautiful things, Lady Elliot suddenly grasps her shoulders and looks very intensely into her eyes and says, "I find you quite beautiful, my darling," and smiles.
She smiles back and there's a tinge of fear in it.
But now she's stuck. Now Arabella will be with Lady Elliot forever. So I would like to take one of my actions, and I'm going to peel off the skin of Arabella.
Okay. Spend your inspiration and do that.
Okay.
You don't have to roll for it. You can just
do it, right?
Yeah.
This is my skill.
You you've spent your inspiration.
A little casual skill.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, you don't have to roll to peel someone's skin off. It's fine. You just do it. Like, okay, like
Arabella she's peeled the skin.
Friday night.
And then Arabella essentially just kind of disintegrates into nothing. So suddenly there's just like this pile of ash in the middle of the floor. Lady Elliot takes her time. She's done this a million times before. She's folding very carefully the skin into a neat little package. It's the way she likes to hold her human skins. And so she's folding it, gets it into a nice little square, kind of tucks it right here, just like we tuck our dollar bills when we go to the bar. We tuck it right in here, our little human skin. And she smiles and she just gives a sigh of relief. She's like, finally, I thought this party was quite dull. And then she makes a motion to sweep away the ashes so there's no trace.
Now, this is the role I will require of you.
Yes.
I need a stealth roll.
Okay. Oh my god, nat 20. Then what is my stealth? Then my stealth is +0, so that's just 20.
All right. They got a 10. So, no, they did not notice what you did. By I say they, I mean a specific person who did pass that hallway. That person saw you two, but did not understand what was happening.
Good. So
they passed very quickly.
Lady Elliot doesn't know any of this. She, like I said, she pulls up, she has it now. So now she quickly changes her clothes into a different color. She adds like a glorious set of flowers, really flowing to her hair. And she's so happy. She's so much happier. She's basically glowing. And she goes back into the party. of course, looking around and seeing if there's anyone else interesting.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I feel like Vasily and Constantina were there, and we were all linking arms. So Mercy would just be like, that was such a beautiful wedding. I definitely cried like the whole time. I was wondering, what do you think of our new friend, Lady Elliot? I know that I was wrong about Opal, but I really feel like Lady Elliot and I could be soulmates. I've known her for like 2 hours, but they were the most magical hours of my life.
She's lying.
But
Yeah, I hope that she is who you think she is, but I don't really like that she didn't listen to me about my name. I'm a little particular about that, and it's a little disrespectful that she couldn't get mine or Vasily's name right. Didn't you hear that she called her Vaseline? Kind of, right?
I didn't know Vasily was short for something.
No, it's not. It's not.
And I really didn't realize I've been pronouncing Vargis's name. I mean, Vargo's name wrong the whole time.
No,
I think it's Vargas.
You're perfect. She's the worst.
Oh, no, don't say that. She's my friend.
Didn't you see how she looked when I spilled that on her? When I spilled that drink on her? She's hiding something.
I get pretty mad when you spill things on me, too.
She's putting on an act.
I don't know. I feel like I can trust her and tell her all my secrets. Not that I have any.
What
have you told her?
I told her about how we met you and your face was on all the wanted signs, and how we were in Kartakis, and there were all these singing people, and we started a revolution, and with Vasily, and how you make murder children who tried to kill me.
Well,
just like the basic things.
I would maybe keep my face on wanted posters to a minimum, but you both should know that she is being contracted by the Matchbook Menagerie, along with Madame Shri. And actually, I really need to talk to you two about that, because I have been given the mission and would like you two to help me with it, because I'm a little freaked out and I could really use.
Wait, they work for the Matchbook Menagerie? What do they do, and what do you do?
Well, my role in the menagerie it's changed over the years, but I mean, I'm usually the person that they send to do, like people things, like befriending people.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
You're so good at that.
Thank you. Then I think they think so too, and I'm not really good at I trained to do different kinds of missions where I would get into people's minds and do things, but I'm not very good at that. So I don't do that as much anymore. But they do have some training in that. So most of my missions are recruitment based, like trying to, inspire people to feel empowered to, join the revolution. But this particular mission requires me to, well, I don't know. Did I tell you that I'm Vasily knows that I'm tied to the ship that we came here on. When I signed on as a crew member, my soul got stuck to the ship, and so now I have to go back unless I break that curse. So this mission is partly that, and partly that I have to kill a necromancer.
Wait, what?
Vasily's
You're cursed again? Vasily, what did you do?
No, it was trust me, this one's on me, not Vasily. And Vasily was helping me figure it out. And I think that they have figured it out, but part of that entails going to do this mission to kill the necromancer.
Well, of course we will help you. Also, Vasily helped you. That's so sweet. Vasily, you're making friends. I'm so proud of you.
Vasily, the whole time is staring off kind of to the middle distance with her eyes kind of squinted, and she looks down at Constantina and she's like, so do you give out pamphlets or something to people? Is that what you do?
I have before. I really like doing that, canvassing, going to knock on tavern doors and being hello, and then I play some music, and then I leave them a little.
I want a pamphlet.
Oh, I might have some extras. I kind of they're kind of smooshed in my bag, but I do have some menagerie. It's not the one. I have a special one that contains my matches that are used to call the menagerie with my little matchbook. But I have some other ones that are most of them I made, and Constantina does not have the best handwriting. Yeah.
Vasily secretly finds it a little endearing that you're in this spy group and you're just here's a pamphlet, please join. That's your job, going door to door and knocking on people's doors, and they're hiding to try and get away from you.
Yeah, she's trying to get people to rally for the cause. Constantina leans into both of you. look, my whole life has been about the menagerie. I do sense there's something a little weird about the mission because our two new friends, they're not like full members of the menagerie. They're like contractors, and 2 years ago there was no such thing as being a contractor at the menagerie. You were either in or you weren't, and it was very like grassroots. And it feels, I think that there's a lot that's changed. So I just think that we should be, alert when we go on this mission if our friends come with us.
Lady Elliot is coming on the mission.
Oh god.
Parts of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
What the hell? So is Madame Spree, who is very good at magic. She told me that my violin did all these things, but I didn't know that it did. Good things, I think.
Vasily like puts her hand on your arm and is like, okay, you've been technically gone for 2 years. You don't know what's happened with this group. You don't know what kind of people are being placed in this group now. How do you know that it's not totally changed? How can you trust these people?
I thought you said
technically a long time.
I thought you said killing was bad.
Well, the ultimate goal of the menagerie is to liberate all of Ravenloft, and that does mean, we're not against killing Dark Lords. We're not really against killing, like, people
Really?
who are...
Oh, okay.
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
I feel like we work... You like that, right? You're okay with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about that. It's hot.
At this point, I feel like Lady Elliot comes in and hears the tail end of this conversation where Constantina says they're not against killing Dark Lords, and just, slides herself in very gracefully.
Her new outfit's so pretty.
Oh, thank you, my dear. What an fascinating friendly conversation you're having. Now, Constantine, you said
I'll allow it.
that you said that you are killing Dark Lords, my dear. I just heard that, did I not?
No, I definitely did not say that. Why would I be talking about killing Dark Lord at the wedding?
That's interesting. Where are you from, my dear? I find you interesting.
Well, Vistana tend to be from lots of places. I was born in Barovia, but I haven't always lived there. Lived in lots of different places. But
who is your family?
Well, you heard just my last name when I was, showing Madame Spree my violin. My family are the Avshalomovs from Barovia. There's a lot of us.
Interesting. And then you just see Lady Elliot's clearly thinking about something very intensely. And then as she's thinking, she just kind of puts her hand on Mercy's shoulder and is just like, let's dance, my dear, while I ponder some things.
I love to dance. Vasily never wants to dance with me. And I give you my hand.
Yes. And she takes her hand.
As they step away to dance, Constantina, Vincenzia approaches you.
That was a
She
lovely
says,
ceremony.
It suited its purpose.
Are you happy for your son?
Of course I am. This will be excellent for the entire menagerie.
Oh, good. I'm glad. And I hope for Stefano too. I hope he will be very happy.
Of course, he knows what is good for our family. This will fortify our forces at sea.
Well, that's good. What exactly are we fighting at sea, may I ask? I feel like I don't know really
Nothing yet, but it is better to be prepared.
Can I ask you a question?
She frowns a little. I suppose I cannot stop you.
Okay, Look, I am very dedicated to the menagerie. I feel like a lot has changed in a couple years. Forces, I know that Rusa got hurt in some sort of battle. Are we like at war or something? Like, is that where we are now? I didn't really think didn't really think we'd get to this stage for years, and things seem to be progressing really fast.
Vincenzia sort of sets her jaw and hardens her face. War is the swiftest bringer of change, Constantina.
I guess I need to know who we're fighting.
We are fighting anyone who would hold the Vistani down.
Well, that was always its purpose. But the menagerie seems to be contracting people who are not Vistana. So are we still recruiting? That's what I was sent out to do several years ago.
Is that so different from you traveling with your friends?
No, of course not. I think it's a good thing that we have other people on our side.
Good. The menagerie neither needs your understanding nor approval, only your actions, Constantina. I hope I have made that very clear.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Here are your papers, your manifests. These should provide you all of the information that you need to sail to Todstein tonight. Your boat is waiting.
Okay. I will get my things and get ready. I was planning to bring my companions with me. Is there a problem with me doing that?
Of course not. Whatever gets the job done the quickest.
Okay. And do you want me to return here afterwards if, everything goes according to plan to?
No, your contact will await you on the mainland.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope I get to see you again sometime. It was really great getting to know you and Stefano.
Vincenzia claps your shoulder, but there's a coldness to it. Her back is rigid, her neck is straight, her chin is up. Do not die. We need all the lives we can get.
Okay. I will do my best.
See that you do.
Yeah.
Fire and fortitude, Constantina. And she leaves. An utterly different woman than you spoke with only a few hours ago.
What's going on? It's making me crazy. Okay. Well, what does my paperwork say?
So your paperwork is it's an amalgamation of maps, navigation charts. There is another wanted poster of a man in there, of a Stani. His name is Rourke. He is a northern Westland Vistani, and he must be your contact on the mainland.
Okay.
Other than that, it's all navigational for reaching Todstein. There is also a manifest of just different names and some shipping information for Karka.
Okay.
You suspect it's for customs once you reach the island.
I see. Okay, I will fold it up and tuck it into my satchel in a pocket where it won't get smooshed. And I would like to gather my friends. I know Mercy is dancing with Lady Elliot, so I will let them finish that. But I would like to pull Madame Shri and Vasily aside. Yeah. Madame Shri, where are you?
Yes.
Do you think you're nearby us right now?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
She's not too far away.
Yeah,
She's
I feel
probably
like
just-
she and Vasily were probably talking about how she made her homunculi. Like
which
Vasily's
she's
actually like,
very
talking about it.
fascinated by your creation process.
Because it's like someone who understands this. This is pretty crazy. So she's probably telling you, enough information. Not exactly how she did it, but just
Yeah,
a little bit
she's
of...
curious as like what kind of materials you use as like a base to start with. Like what do you do to get that like jolt of life in there? She's very curious about the whole process.
I feel like they're discussing that when you come over.
So I leaning close. I have my notes for the mission, and I need to leave tonight.
Oh, so soon.
Yeah, do you
That
think
is very sudden.
will you be ready for that, Vasily? I know this is asking a lot from you. If you don't I would really feel better if you came with me, but I know that you are not feeling up to it yet.
We're taking Mercy with us, right?
Of course, I was just letting her finish her dance, and Lady Elliot has to come with us too. And Vargas, Vargas says I haven't seen him in a while.
I have not either. Does he normally disappear for stints of time like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
seems
that's
pretty
pretty normal. He likes to, I don't know, mingle and meet other people, and we kind of let him do his own thing.
Suppose that makes sense.
But I'll make sure that I, give him a message of where we're going before we leave anywhere. But yeah, I think we should probably get
very important. I feel like your whole group of friends should be included in this.
Sure. I mean, we like to do things as a group. I think we feel safer together.
I just hate for Vargas to feel left out.
I want to do an insight check on this because Vasily like ears perked when at that. Oh, all your friends should be there because nobody says that. Nobody's ever said that to us. I want insight check that, please.
You are permitted to insight check that. How many things of exhaustion do you have?
I'm at level 2 because I drank that. Let me see. It's supposed to tell me on here what it does. Level 2 speed halved and disadvantage on ability checks. So
okay.
We'll roll twice. Oh, I'm gonna use my dice tower.
Did I get the sense from Vincenzia that we could take a long rest before we left, or that it's pretty urgent to go?
It's urgent to go.
Okay. I got 4. I rolled a 3 and a 4, or 3 and a 2, and I have +2, so 4.
I'm gonna let you decide. Actually, you know what, Shri, go ahead, and I don't think that you are being deceptive.
No? She feels it's important that everyone's included and no one's left behind. Well,
all right, so I set the DC then, and that was not enough.
Imagine.
Like, let's be honest. Even if it was an easy 10, it's not enough.
I need to get unexhausted because this is the worst.
Well, this was your choice.
Ugh.
Shouldn't take all those devil's bargains from me.
How do you feel, Vasily? Like, is this too much to ask of you? We can come back. I have a feeling, though, that my next contact may not necessarily direct me back here to the inn. So.
I'll be fine. I don't want Mercy to be alone with this horrible person. They smell really bad.
Speaking of Mercy and Lady Elliot, you're having a lovely dance.
And, as we're dancing, Mercy's just like, oh, Lady Elliot, I know that this is maybe crazy because I just met you, but I feel like maybe we are soulmates. And then Constantina told me that you are a contractor for the Matchbook Menagerie. Are you a revolutionary too?
I wouldn't say that I'm a revolutionary, just that my music is revolutionary. But I am here to protect you, of course, and protect all of you. I'm here to help. I just love to be helpful.
Oh, wow. I think that is such an amazing quality in someone, and I cannot help but trust you, and you asked me before about secrets, and knowing now that you are part of the group Constantina's in, I feel like I can trust you.
Always trust me.
I've never told anybody this except Vasily, but when I was at school at the Darkon Academy, I would travel to other domains during the summers looking for my sister, and when I was traveling, I would meet... it was an accident, and he was a dangerous and evil dark soul, Dr. Victor Mordenheim. And I don't know what came over me, but I burned down his house and him in it. And I have no regrets.
Why did you do that, my dear?
he was just such a controlling, manipulating man. Truly evil. If you'd seen the things that he had created, if you'd seen what he did to the people in Lemortia, I had to do it. And then, the next summer, in Vorostokov, if you had met the boyar Gregor, you would know that he had to die too. Everywhere I go, these powerful people, these dark lords, they fall. And I want more.
Well,
I want
Mercy,
to be like you.
That's just your name, your piece of mercy for all of these unpleasant people that you have to deal with. And I'm so sorry that you haven't had a fun time on your journey, but hopefully that will change now that I'm here, my dear. Now we can have fun together. I think we'll quite enjoy it. I think we're very similar, but you're just a sweet little thing, and I'd love to show you a thing or two.
Oh, it would be so nice to be with more people who understand, who believe in the same things.
I believe in you.
I may admit, now the police are coming for me.
I know, I hear the police. They're coming for you, Mercy.
Every time you talk about killing Dark Lords, the police just like coming for you. So, I changed my mind briefly about something. I will say that Vincenzia will allow you all a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
In addition, everybody take inspiration. There was some really great role playing today.
Yay.
Oh my God. So how many, does that get rid of only one level of exhaustion?
Yeah. But now you're down to 1.
So now your
you
speed is half.
you can drink a bottle of your
drink
brew
some bean
next
juice
day.
in the morning.
I'm gonna plan to drink some bean juice in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many
good
bottles
basilisk
does this
oil.
give us left?
3?
I had taken 3,
You took
and then
3.
I took 2. So.
Okay, so we have 3 left.
can I take any more?
You can scavenge for them downstairs, but remember, this was a wedding, so the next morning, it's gonna be up for grabs what's left.
Okay. I would like to look if the next morning if there is at least one more bottle that I can grab, seeing that I think it helped vastly, and it's like her business thing.
Yeah, do an investigation check.
This is very on brand.
I could probably get you
Coffee.
I could probably get you an influencer package. Okay, come on.
Yes, please. Who needs a menagerie when you can chill good coffee? Investigation. 10.
10. Roll me a d4.
3.
You get 3.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah. If your investigation were higher, you would have gotten a bigger die to roll on.
That's okay. That's enough. I just think that it seems to be useful and it tastes good.
Yeah.
Constantina's getting hooked on coffee. She's not a morning person.
Vincenzia waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and nods to each of you as you begin to leave. The bartender waves to Mercy. Waves her over. Two fingers.
Me. Oh, okay.
over.
I kind of squeeze Lady Elliot's hand, and then I like walk over to the bar, but I do like cute dance swirlies along the way.
Okay. When you reach the bar, he slides an envelope to you.
Oh.
She wolf left this for you.
For me? Okay. I pick it up, and I'm gonna open the little envelope and try to like peek inside.
There is a piece of parchment in there. And something else.
Oh, can I find... I look around to see if anyone's watching me, and then can I find like a more private corner?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I want to kind of empty the envelope, get the piece of paper, and see what's inside.
You pull out the piece of paper, you open it, and it's just one sentence. I know who you are. And a card.
What's on the card?
The card is interesting. It's from a deck you've never seen before. It's a person burning, immolated, being swallowed by fire. And at the bottom it just says, flames.
But I have seen this.
You have seen this card.
Not in person, but I dreamt about this when we were in Kartakis.
This is that same card.
Mercy just drops the parchment on the floor, but she's like holding the card in front of her and she's like trying to look around. She's gonna go back up to the bartender. Excuse me, you gave me this envelope. Who gave it to you?
She-Wolf, when she came for her meeting with Vincenzia.
See, She-Wolf was here?
Yes, while you all were out. I was looking for Ingrid.
Was looking for Ingrid?
Mm-hmm.
Can I run to Ingrid's room?
Yeah, you can run upstairs to Ingrid's room.
Did I see Ingrid at the party at all?
You did not.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on her door.
You knock on her door, but it just swings open. The room's been turned down and cleaned.
Oh. No sign of Ingrid?
The last you saw of her, she was running in terror from Vargas, who filled her room with snakes and bugs.
Oh.
That could mean anything.
I just kind of look at the flames card again. I'm at a loss at what to do. Maybe I might go tell Ashley, or who's that? I might go tell Constantina that the She-Wolf is here.
Which Constantina knows, because Vincenzia told her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah. Mercy's just running all over. It's a good thing she ripped the bottom of her dress. She's gonna run back downstairs. Constantina, did you know that? Is the She-Wolf? That's the nickname for the other Constantina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna run over to Constantina. He says that the She-Wolf was here. Maybe the real one. Did you know? Did you hear? They left me an envelope with a card in it, and I smoosh the card onto Constantina's face. Do you see it? It's from my dream. I told you about it.
She left you a note? I mean, yeah, I knew she was here. I have not met her, and I do not know what she looks like, and nobody will tell me. But Vincenzia did tell me that she was here, not long before we were. And yeah, I don't know who it is. I don't know if a lot of the people here actually know, other than the fact that she goes by my name. Of course.
Why would she leave me a note? And then I go back to the corner I was in and pick up my piece of paper and bring it back. So, see? Easy note. It says, I know who you are. But what does that mean? I'm Mercy.
Sure, that's so strange. I don't know who she is. I mean, do you think Ingrid knew who
I tried to go find Ingrid, and they said that the She-Wolf was looking for Ingrid, but I went to Ingrid's room and she wasn't there. And the room was all clean.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her at the party last night. I mean, I guess just hold on to maybe my next contact at the end of our mission can tell us more about the She-Wolf, because I really want to know who they are as well.
And why does she have these cards I dreamed about? Remember the dream when I had feet?
Yeah, do you know, you were dreaming of somebody, right? Or were you, can you not remember what your dream was about?
In my dream, I was walking through a field, and I was a human, and I had red hair, and I have feet instead of hoofs. And then I met these old Vistana women who wanted me to choose a card. So I did, and it was this.
And do you know who the redhead in your dream was? Is that somebody that you know?
I don't think so. TK. In this world, is red hair very common?
No.
Okay. She had red hair. I knew a girl at school who had red hair, and my mama has red hair as well. My mother. And when I was reading Ingrid's mind, the woman who gave her the box had a little red curl.
That was on the poster on the wall. Is that poster still up? Because wasn't that person
Yes.
one of the on the wall?
All of the posters except for the ones that you tore down.
I just took one of them. Actually, I do want to take a poster that has my name on it, just from my
do it.
little scrapbook.
I think Mercy still has your wanted poster from 2 years ago in Darkon too.
Vargas also has one. Hadil messaged me last.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I would like to, as Mercy's describing this, I'm like remembering that there was someone on the wall who kind of fit that description, but I don't think that was like, I wouldn't have known who that person was.
You were not with Mercy when she saw her in the vision or in the, but Vargas said, that's interesting. Anyway.
Doesn't it say that she's the she-wolf of the mist?
It does.
And is her face like exposed?
Nope.
Oh, she has a mask on? Okay. But with the red curl. Okay, thank you.
In Ingrid's memories, she had the mask too, as we're like standing in front of the poster.
And Vincenzia told you even with the matchbook menagerie, she wears a mask.
That's weird, right? But do you think that like that hairstyle is kind of like...
I don't know, because here she has her hair all covered and it's just the van curl. When I was in the field, I was like in the person's body. So I just saw the hair on the side of my face. So I don't know if she's the same person. I mean, other people have red hair.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm gonna rip this poster down. Well, we can, maybe keep this for reference. I don't know, something feels...
Could be anybody. My mom even has red hair.
It could be your mom. Do you think your mom is the she-wolf?
I don't think my mom is the she-wolf.
That would be really cool. Oh, and then we would have like met her if she was here. So I guess it's probably not to your mom.
She her mom rips the mask off and it's like Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
She's just like, what's up? And everybody's like, oh no, Mercy's mom is hot.
Everyone has hot moms.
Everyone.
Yeah, we have a hot mom in our group. Who knew? That was about you, Vasily.
I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the boat.
Please
if that's okay with y'all.
Save me from...
Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward away from flirting with Mercy's mom and with Vasily in the same sentence.
Should we all be dressed in our Constantina outfits? With the little mask and the little, was our hair covered? No one would guess it was me.
Yes, we're so obviously different people, but I love it. No one will know.
You know what, Constantina? Is there a field agent uniform?
There probably is now because it's so organized. But I mean, Constantina's always worn an almost militaristic coat. So she will don that outfit. I like to think she was wearing her Vistana wedding clothes, whatever random clothes she had in her bag that she travels with. So yeah, I think that now she dons that kind of jacket and it.
Okay.
I really want it to have an arm patch, but I don't know if it does.
I'll go ahead and say that Vincenzia gives each of you an adventuring pack that has a uniform should you require it for battle.
Love a good uniform.
Yeah, it has an adventurer's gear that has a jacket that you can be identified and credentials saying that you are serving with the Matchbook Menagerie, as well as a couple of poison pills in case you are captured.
This is so legit. Constantina is struggling with this, but Ashley thinks this is rad AF.
All right. The rowboat awaits, and Vargas and Nicodemus wait with it. Vargas looks as though he hasn't slept, even more so as a half-elf. And Nicodemus is excited to be back on the water. He's
coming to visit us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
The Vistani man unravels the rope and sets you all off to sail across the northern Sea of Sorrows. according to your map, Constantina, it will take about half a day to reach Todstein.
Okay. I relay that too. Is everyone wearing... Who chooses to wear their uniform? Do our contractors uniform? I'm not asking.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I am excited too, but I am asking for like kind of just an insight, like reason. Like
I want to wear a cool uniform. I want to do an outfit change.
Magical girl transformation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
So Shree's not wearing her uniform, but it appears to be that she is altering it. So she's got it out and she's sewing on it.
It's cute.
Ooh, what are you sewing on to your uniform?
I am, well, sometimes it can get a little warm out on the water, so I'm making detachable sleeves.
That's so inventive. How neat.
Yes, I like my wardrobe to be very versatile, to accommodate any situation. So that's what I'm doing here.
And Lady Elliot has basically glamored hers into being covered in jewels and gems. So instead of being what it should be, which is not obnoxious, it's so glittery, so it just catches the water, and I think Vasily is a little annoyed by how glittery it is because everyone's just somewhat blinded by the fact that it keeps bouncing off the
I should have made mine sparkly.
Do you want me to make yours sparkly, my dear?
A little bit sparkly.
So then she adds just like just spells out Mercy's name in the back of her military jacket. It just says Mercy, but spells it wrong with an I.
Merci.
Merci.
Does it look good, Vasily? Is it cute? I can't see it.
I mean,
I love this.
Vasily's like really torn because she wants to insult it, but Mercy's also wearing it. It looks fine, I guess.
Oh, thank you, Vasily. Yours looks fine too. And I hug you.
Vasily pats you on the back, but continues to glare at Lady Elliot at like every given opportunity.
And Lady Elliot is just blinding everyone on the boat with her overly bright jacket.
So, what do we know about this necromancer?
Yes, we should discuss the mission.
While we're on the boat, I would like to have my violin out to try to learn more about it.
That's probably.
So I have it on my lap and I'm holding it. I'm like,
what are you doing?
Well, Madame Strange said there was like more to learn from my violin that has like, abilities that I haven't unlocked. So I'm trying to meditate on it per Madame Strange's instructions.
How did she know? How did you know?
I could feel the magic within it.
What?
And that it wasn't all completely connected to Constantina. But I'm sure it'll be connected.
I'm gonna grab my dagger from the side of my belt, and it's like, this is magic, but I know nothing about it.
Okay, I can take a look at it.
And I excitedly look and watch.
And I would like to take a moment with this dagger. See if I can.
Yeah, how would you like to do it like you did last time?
Yeah. With the insight. I think Shree's an insightful person.
Describe to me what you're looking for specifically.
She says it's magic, so she already knows it has some magic. She's gonna look to see how that magic connects to Mercy. Okay. See where the lines intersect and what kind of resonance it has. So you want me to do a charisma insight again?
Yeah, do that. And Mercy, if you'd like to tell her where you found it and everything.
Yeah, Mercy is rambling the whole time. I don't know if it makes it hard to focus. She's like, I found it in a pocket dimension in Vasily's closet, and we went into the past.
In her closet?
In her closet. We went into her past, and we found someone from the Eternal Order and someone from some lesser religion.
From the Eternal Order?
And they were trying to murder each other, and they each had daggers, so we killed them instead. And we took them, but I think they're mad. Their ghosts are chasing us.
Oh, well, ghosts tend to do that on occasion.
It's true.
Let's see. Insight, so... plus math. I got a 22.
Second, I'm typing it to you,
so
please continue to roll
yes,
play.
So she'll be like, Well,
And I will just like reach onto Vasily's side and be like, look, Vasily has one too, and it has an eyeball. And I like hold the eyeball over my eye.
If you found them at the same place from opposite people, perhaps they're connected in some type of manner.
See,
There does seem to be a strong connection between the two of you, which is it's adorable.
We're best friends. And I'm going to take the daggers and I'm trying to put it close to each other to see if they'll do the trick again.
Kiss.
Make them kiss.
For whatever reason, they do not glow right now.
Oh, that's weird. I swear last night when Vasily was sleeping, our daggers, and I was reorganizing her bag for her, our daggers glowed. Or Vasily's dagger glowed.
Oh, the eyeball one.
It's the eyeball one.
Well, that is quite fascinating.
Mine has a little skull, and if you see, and I like shake it, you see it has a little bell inside, and sometimes when we're in caves, when it is inopportune to be making noises, the bell rings all by itself.
Oh, that is very exciting.
I design it specifically for whenever you want to be the most quiet.
Well, this is a very special dagger. It's radiant, like you. It can detect magic that is used to keep souls from Death's army or defile them. And I'm pretty sure that you could turn off the undead, maybe like once a day. I wouldn't push it. Mm-hmm.
That? Mercy already knew that this was an Eternal Order artifact, but now she's like holding it very preciously as you hand it back to her, and she's...
So this would probably actually be a decent weapon to have in a fight against a necromancer.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that, Vasily? It's so powerful. It's magic. Oh, I've just been stabbing people with it and stabbing the deck of the sheep. I need to be more careful.
I would be very careful with that. You know, with great magic items comes great responsibility.
Mercy, go ahead and add a radiant dagger to your inventory. I will update it later.
Hooray.
Essentially, the bell will ring when you are in the presence of somebody who is actively keeping souls away from Death's army. Not necessarily necromancy, but in the case of Radaga, where she was using those souls to power her necromancy, or the gruesome lurker who specifically ate ghosts.
Oh, we finally know, chat. We finally know.
You can use an action to turn undead as a 3rd level cleric once a day.
Whoa, cool.
Vasily, it's like...
Me now.
Yeah, me now. She just like shoves her dagger in your face.
There's just a line forming in front of her. She's like, okay, well, while I'm doing this, what can you two tell me about Vargas?
He's the worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seems...
Absolutely. The one of the worst people. He stole my book from me, and he kept it from me for a very long time just to blackmail me.
Oh dear. When I spoke with him yesterday, he just seemed like a very charming and interesting, slightly handsome prospect is all.
Yeah, very slightly. He puts on that. He's full of it. Don't let him fool you. He'll steal your book when you're not looking.
Well, I don't have any books with me, so that's probably a good thing.
That is true. Don't carry any books around him. He will steal them, he will gut them, and he will stick things inside of them.
So don't take him to a library.
Don't take him to a library, no.
So that was your pickup artist book that he gutted and put...
Oh no, but I knew he did that. I felt it in my soul. He destroyed a book.
Okay.
I don't need a pickup artist book. I have a charisma of 16, so.
So you're tied for the lowest charisma in the party. That's what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Well, what do you think about him, Mercy? She's kind of looking at she's kind of blinking like an eye at the eyeball and the dagger.
Vargas is very handsome and kind and helpful. He is such a gentleman. He's always helping me, and if I have some blood on me, he will take a clean handkerchief and wipe it off.
Well, that does sound lovely. I mean, except for the book thief part, I suppose. So your dagger is also a radiant dagger. It is activated, by an intense desire to protect the person that you love most. And you can cast Shield of Faith upon, somebody once per day with it. Probably the person you care about.
Mercy would note that this is not uncommon. Actually, Vasily would also know. Vasily, who is proficient in religion, would also know that this was a common gift that Ezraites could do in the Church of Ezra.
That's funny. It glowed when I was there.
They could pour their love into their religious artifacts and shield themselves or people that they cared for.
Vasily kind of sneers at it and is like, oh, it's useless, and drops it into her waist bag.
I thought you were going to say drops it into the ocean. She just heart of the oceans it. It's been 84 years.
Now that I've helped you two with your items, I'm going to check on Constantina and her violin.
I'm like very intently. I don't think Constantina really knows how to meditate, so she's just like, yeah, she has her eyes like shut really tight. Like she does not look relaxed or meditative whatsoever. She looks very stressed.
Constantina looks sick.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, I kind of like both. Am I doing this right?
You have to relax. If you don't relax, you can't. I mean, magic doesn't flow as well if you're all scrunched up. So if you just how do you feel when you play music?
I mean, I feel good. It's kind of hard to describe. It just kind of like takes over me.
Okay, well, think about that feeling while you're holding your violin, and maybe think about, it's a family heirloom, right?
Yeah, it is.
Perhaps think about your family members and the previous generations who have owned this magnificent instrument.
But what if I feel sad? Can I meditate and feel sad?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good. This is real how I also meditate.
I can tell. that felt very real. I will say it takes 4 or 5 hours as this rowboat bops and weaves on relatively placid waves approaching Todstein, this small rocky island to the north. It gets chilly. Those jackets come in handy. You see a thin film of greasy snow beginning to form on the water.
Lindy.
Greasy snow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't forget, this is Ravenloft. I have to make it as unpleasant as possible. I gave you guys a
thought
wedding.
Of greasy
Yeah,
snow.
it's like Seattle pizza. Like you have to try extra. Why is it greasy?
Yeah. Yeah. So it makes this thin film on the water, and the sun is beginning to set as you row your boat closer and closer to the beach, closer and closer to this rocky shore strewn with pebbles and weeds and scrubby grass, and a single form that waits for you.
Do they look like the picture that they have in my paperwork?
They do not. Even from this distance, 50 feet off, you can tell this is a small person, a very small, diminutive figure in a white gown and shroud.
I would like to... I'm going to kind of put my hand back to my comrades to just... and then would like to approach the figure, not very quickly, but.
So you're getting out of the boat into the water?
Are we not at the shore yet? Oh, sorry.
You're about 50 feet out.
Got it. Well, no, I don't want to just like eat into the ocean. So, yeah. I'll just say to my friends, that doesn't look like the person that I'm supposed to be meeting, so we should proceed with caution.
Is it the necromancer? Should we murder them?
Yeah, I want to take a good look at this person.
Anybody who would like to can give me insight at disadvantage from 50 feet.
Sure.
Or, I guess, investigation. It's fine.
Okay.
Whoops, super bad. Not even going to tell y'all my number.
14.
16.
12.
Did you?
I didn't want to, but I rolled for fun, and I rolled 2 d20s, and one's a 6 and one's a 9, and it's in this same dice tray.
Oh, we forgot to say that this dice tray rolled a dark powers check.
Of 69.
I'm not
69.
kidding. It's a 6 and a 9.
First
So
of
I
all, those
hate
are
everything.
candy corn dice, so
Candy
they're
corns.
already
I love
Nice.
They're already
Nice.
cursed. A 16 is enough. The rest of you see what appears to be a young girl standing there with... What is a good way to describe this? Let me think. Sort of shaggy hair strewn with sea salt and sand. And a tired, weathered face. But it is Elliot who sees the stitches on the neck.
So I see this, Lady Elliot sees the stitches, and then she turns to her companions and says, "That's interesting. Did you notice how well she's put together?"
Oof, that's good.
Does
Put together?
Do you... nothing. I just meant she looks so tired.
once that's pointed out, would Mercy, first of all, does Mercy know where they are, like what this shore is?
This is an island. This isn't Lamortia's mainland. You've
Okay.
never been here before, so
Okay.
you know that you're very close to Lamortia, perhaps 75 miles off the mainland,
So then I
and you
have
can
two
see it across the
questions.
ocean.
Do I recognize the little girl at all?
You do not recognize the little
Okay. I see stitches on her neck.
You do
Do I
once
feel
it's
like I
pointed out.
recognize what she could be?
Yes, you have enough experience that I think you do.
Okay.
And she raises a hand and sort of gives a stiff wave.
She
Seems friendly.
I don't think that she is a little girl.
Are you okay?
Hey,
Why would you say that?
She has these stitches on her neck and just the way she's standing, and I think that I've seen something like her before. I think she's one of the creatures that the doctor made.
She was created?
Yes.
Oh,
Like how
well,
Vasily
that can't be bad.
things?
Right.
Like
It's not necessarily bad. Things that are created can be good. Things that are created can be good. Things that are created can be good. And
Yes.
Mercy seems just like very in her head right now, and she's kind of like rocking back and
Well,
forth.
she seems friendly enough. Perhaps we should go over and say hello?
I mean, we do know that we are going to kill a necromancer, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Perhaps.
What was that, Tina? What did you just say?
Lady Elliot, I would appreciate
Yes.
when we're on our mission if we could keep our voices down.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry.
Your volume's not any lower, is it?
No, it's not any lower. She's basically still saying, "I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry."
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry you choose to be incorrect.
Mercy.
I'm sorry these are the consequences of your actions.
Oh my god. Mercy's gonna cling to Vasily on the boat.
As the boat comes into shore.
I'd like to cast message
Go ahead.
to the person standing on shore.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Sure.
Okay, so any creature, right? No intelligence requirement.
Correct.
Wait, is it as long as they understand a language? Is that correct?
Point your finger towards a creature within range, whisper message target. Only target hear the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. Can cast a spell through solid objects, magical silence, blah, blah, blah. Spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners through openings. No.
There's no language special, but
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about whether or not she would be able to reply back.
Yeah.
And I think she can, because they can understand language but can't speak, but that doesn't mean anything for like thinking.
Yeah. So she will kind of in message say, "Hello there. Are you here to greet us? Who are you?"
There's no reply.
Oh. Okay. Then she'll kind of...
As I will say, as you cast a message at her and you search for a consciousness,
okay,
there is none. And the closer you get to shore, Mercy's dagger begins to ring.
I'll just get a little sad then. Poor person without a consciousness. But I will also cast message to Constantina, and I'll be like, "So now that we're about to fight this necromancer, I hope you spent good meditation with your violin, but I'd really like to know more about that phylactery business. It could be important if there's a necromancer involved and something happened with a lich's phylactery."
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about that when we're out of this mission, maybe? I mean, as soon as we deal with this, I'm sure we could sit down with Vasily and tell you all about it.
Vasily? I'm just saying because it could... Necromancers deal with undeath and liches are undead, so if something really interesting or bad may have happened to it, there could be negative consequences when facing a necromancer.
Well, I would appreciate your help in maybe helping me look after Vasily while we're here. And then I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Well, I just know that you were very good at magic, and
Yes.
And I think that we could probably use that. And Vasily has, she's been a little tired lately, so I feel like she could
Why
probably...
is that?
Well, I think she's just she was sick recently. It just hasn't... We've just been traveling a lot, and she probably picked up, the travel plague or whatever. So...
The travel plague.
I was thinking, Concrete, whatever.
I want to insight check that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I would like to... Can I contest that?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll deception versus insight, and I will say the rest of you, as the boat comes into shore, this child flesh golem begins to make its way towards you, and she holds out with both hands a small strip of parchment.
Vasily takes it.
When you take this strip of parchment, you see... This is Charlotte. Please follow her and be here in time for dinner. And
Do I
then
recognize
a large scrolling M.
Do I recognize that?
What do you mean?
Do I recognize the handwriting?
Should you?
Yeah, probably.
And the large scrolling M.
Yeah, I recognize
Then you do.
it. Yeah. Vasily, to contribute to this lie about her being sick, looks very sweaty. if that can help at all.
Yeah. Charlotte reaches her hand out to the closest person, which is probably Lady Elliot, and just reaches her hand out, palm up.
Oh, and then Lady Elliot puts her hand in the small, not quite child's hand.
You hear her knuckles creak around your hand as she closes it.
And I just look at her and I say, "It's too bad you're not more fresh." And then I take, but I say it very low under my breath. And then I start walking with her.
Before we walk away into the dusk, as we've already gone over time a little bit, Mercy, I can tell you want to say something.
Mercy, maybe if she walks over to Vasily and is looking over Vasily's shoulder at the note, is just starting to hyperventilate a little bit. Would she recognize that signature?
Yes.
And so you're like freaking out, and Vasili's like sweating. Like,
Vasily, this is impossible. This is the man that I told you about. The doctor.
Yeah,
But for not in La Mortia, and his house burned down, and he was in it, and he's supposed to be dead, and I don't understand what is happening. I don't understand what is happening. Is he here?
Maybe we should just leave. Do we have to do this? Do we have to be here right now?
Is he the necromancer? Constantina, who are we here to kill?
I don't know his name. No one told me. I just know that the menagerie needs to be taken care of.
We have to stay then.
I don't.
Have to.
Hey, are you okay? What's wrong? Do you know anything about where we are?
We're here to kill a dead man.
Yes, there's no point. We should go.
I have to finish something I started.
This is we could just go, or we could just go.
No, Vasily, no. And I'm like stopping, and I'm like kind of holding the sides of Vasily's face. And can I tell you're like kind of freaked out about something? Are you
Probably.
like?
She's not trying to hide it. She's like very moist.
Vasily, I know that this is scary. The first time I had to face a Dark Lord, I was scared too. But this is what we wanted. You and me and hunting Dark Lords and saving Ravenloft together. We can do this.
Not this one. Vasily like tries to back away and like walk into the water again, because she tends to do that when she's like, nope.
Holding the sides of Vasily's face, overwhelmed by fear and everything they've been through, and the possibility that Mordenheim is alive and she's going to have to see him again. Mercy leans forward and gives Vasily a tiny smooch.
What?
I'm gonna say Lady Elliot turns she's walked away a little distance, but she sees a movement. She looks over and she maybe doesn't see the actual kiss, but she sees Mercy move a little bit away from Vasily, and her eyes just narrow. She just gives them both the dirtiest look, and then just brightens up again.
Vasily like calms down a little bit, and she's like, okay, we don't have to talk to him, right?
Do you know him?
What?
You just seem to be acting as if you do.
Oh, you just think yourself as so insightful, don't you? And Vasily like storms off a little bit to just like walks away.
I think that means I was right.
That's impossible.
Well, why else would she be so upset?
She's just scared.
She doesn't seem like the scared type.
I don't know. Vasily left. She's just walking away. She's like, I'm done with this conversation.
If Shri is suggesting that Vasily would lie to Mercy, despite all of the evidence supporting that, Mercy is just going to also be like, well, Yusik, you are so insightful, don't you? And also stomp off.
Shri just kind of shrugs, like and turns to Constantina. They just seem like they know him.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
A group of you march across the surface of this rather small island. It's chilly. The wind is nipping at your exposed skin. The snow is starting to fall in clumps and handfuls and armfuls. It's mixing with this scrubland that's begun to reclaim an abandoned village. And waiting beyond this village is a manor, a foreboding, monstrous mausoleum. It is carved into the side of a frozen hill. And as you approach the door, you see a sigil that has been added as a sign to these large double doors. Mercy. It is a skull-shaped torch wreathed in flame. A symbol that you've seen a few times. This is the seal of the Syndicate of Enlightened Citizens, an anti-magical secret society once led by Dr. Mordenheim. And as Charlotte approaches, knocks 3 times mechanically against this large dark wood door, and it opens like a mouth waiting for its next meal. This is where we will end for the night. Did you guys enjoy the wedding?
Yeah, I did. Couldn't have just... Can we just go to another wedding?
No, we can't, Constantina.
Why couldn't have this episode just been lemon drops and dancing and folding human skin?
And folding human skins.
Because we only have 2 episodes left in the season.
That's fair.
That's why.
I'm gonna fold some more skins.
If we were doing this every single Friday night forever, we could take this as slow as we wanted. Sometimes you just gotta jam a necromancer into the middle of a wedding.
Oh my god.
This is the worst. Oh my god.
But you know what? Mercy and Vasily have finally connected, and I'm sure nothing will happen next episode that ruins all of that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I mean, why would it? But the episode after that is a masquerade party, so
That is great.
you gotta go real low in that valley before you climb back up to the mountaintop of happiness. So let's go ahead and do some outros. We're gonna start with Ms. Lindy.
Hi, it's me. I'm Lindy. That was super duper fun. I can't wait for next week. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Pretty much any social media. I play and GM a lot of tabletop RPGs, including a Ravenloft themed one where I convert all the old first, second, third edition modules up to 5th edition. It's called Mists of Ravenloft, and it's every Tuesday from 9 to 11 Eastern on my channel. So if you like this, you should check that out.
Sorry, didn't want to swallow into the mic. Anyway, Goldie.
Yay! So hi, I'm Goldie Chan, and this is so fun to play, of course, with all the beautiful, amazing humans on this show. And you can find me on Twitter at Goldie Chan, CHAN, and on Instagram at Goldie Cylon, CYLON. And I talk a lot about random stuff, and sometimes I just go on rants about dice.
Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley Warren, and among other things, I am the director of the RPG Writer Workshop, and we just opened registrations for our upcoming Write Your First Adventure workshop, which starts in November. So if you are curious about writing your own D&D content, you can participate in our workshop, and we have like more than 300 people who signed up so far, and it's going to be totally awesome and amazing. So you can go to www.rpgwriterworkshop.com or on Twitter at rpgwriter, the word workshop, but with no vowels. I always mess up spelling it aloud. So just go to my Twitter, Ashley NH Warren, to find a link to that. I'm a writer. It's hard for me to spell out loud speaking. Just, yeah. So yeah, please join the workshop. I promise it's better than what I just said.
Writing is hard. It's hard to make the words go.
Yep.
Kayla.
Hi. If I don't show up next week, it's because I walked into the ocean because I don't want to deal with it. I refuse.
All of this was your choice.
I didn't know it was going to happen this quickly. I draw a lot of art on the internet, and you can find me at KAYNCLI on social medias. And I do a clothing line with Holly Conrad called Trash Coven, and we just did a release. It's like Halloween stuff. This is one of them that we did. It's on trashcoven.com or etsy.com/shop/trashwitchcoven if you prefer Etsy. Yeah, I am doing a lot of stuff. Just follow me on Twitter. I talk about it all the time. I'm sad. Next week's gonna be good.
I have
Smooches
no
and
idea what
vibes.
you're talking about.
Okay.
Lisa.
This is a great time. Lots of friendship. I am Lisa Penrose. I'm social media manager for Dungeons and Dragons, and also the community manager for Dungeon Masters Guild and the D&D Adventurers League. You can find me on the internet at Merciful DM. Next Wednesday as well, Kayla is going to be on Dragon Plus with Bart Carroll doing Dungeons and Doodles.
Thanks
So you
for
should,
remembering that. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
you
just really
should-
stressed right now.
yeah, you should come watch live and like put suggestions in chat for what she should doodle that is like spooky and Halloweeny. I will be there co-hosting with Bart and talking about the Adventurers League Liars Night. So I hope folks were able to tune in the middle of the day. If you like this show, you should follow at Miss Tales D&D on Twitter or check out talesfromthemist.com. We have links on all the things to all the places, including listening to this show as a podcast. If you'd like a nice, easier, like honestly, Celeste edits out like all the like the random little silences and stuff, and it's a really good experience catching up on podcast. She does an amazing job editing. You can find our Threadless shop, so mistwalkers.threadless.com, where you can buy Dat merch. We've got some awesome designs that Kayla has created, and also find links to our Discord group, where you can come talk about spooky things, get your daily picture of a baby vulture. It's a good group. It's a good place to be. And in the meantime, I'm just going to pass it over to TK.
I'm sorry, I'm just typing up some small Dungeon Master notes, just
Oh,
super
yeah.
quick. So, we had an excellent time today. It's me. It's TK. I write spooky stories. I put them on the internet. I just updated my website. I'm not doing that for 2 more years. Yeah, if you want to check it out, tkjwrites.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, TK joins the fray. I'll try to follow you back. I probably won't. I'm sorry. I'm going to be at GameholeCon. We're all going to be at GameholeCon. It's going to be awesome. Our finale is going to be live there. So we have next week, which is the penultimate episode, and then the week after on Halloween, live finale. Very fun. We're going to have a special guest that we'll probably announce in next week's show and then put on Twitter that following Monday. So that'll be
Hooray!
super fun.
Yay!
Next week is going to be enlightening.
Ooh, I'm sweating.
I am very excited because we're about to reveal some excellent, tasty secrets. But until then, we will see you in the mists.
Sleep well, Mistwalkers.